Aloha and good morning, everybody. Oh, good morning, Betsy Palmer, medium galore. um, so I wanted to actually start with a nice grounding exercise. I know there's only two of you here, but let's do this while we wait for others to join us. So I'm going to have you feet flat on the floor. Uh, Shoulders back, spine straight, chin parallel to the floor. Nice deep breath. And out. Now, this deep breath, I want you to breathe deep into your tailbone, okay? Good morning, Nancy. Again, breathe deep into your tailbone. And this time we're going to activate that root chakra. Feel that red light ting on at the tip of your tailbone. A golden thread shoot down into the earth, deep, deep into the earth, into the crystal heart of Gaia. And I want you to tie that thread around that one of the crystals at the center of the earth. And as the energy, golden energy of the earth flows up through that golden thread, hitting that root chakra and making it burn brighter, your sacral pops on nice golden orange. And then your solar plexus turns on a beautiful yellow. Deep breath in. And then your heart chakra, either pink or green, your choice. I want you to breathe into the heart chakra now. This next breath, you're going to feel your throat chakra light up a pale blue. And then your third eye pops open, an indigo color. And now your crown blossoms like a purple lotus. The silver energies of the heavens rains down on your crown chakra. So now you have the golden energy of Mother Earth flowing through you, and the silver energy of Father Heaven flowing down. And they mix and fill you. We ask our guides and higher ones and higher selves to watch over us this day. Mother, Father, God, bless these readings and bless everyone here. Those who do not wish the highest good for all, please leave this circle with love. You are not banished. You are simply asked to go find your own love. Those who wish our highest goods, we welcome you with love and open hearts. Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm all tingly. Hello, Purva. Hello, Red Bean Bee. Hello, Luna. So, a little intro on the deck I'm using today. I am going to be using the True Heart Intuitive Tarot, conceived by Rachel True of the Craft movie fame. And it is illustrated by Stephanie Singleton. I just have to show you the backs of these cards. They're just amazing. I want like a tie made out of these pattern, or maybe like a nice dress shirt. I could see a woman wanting a nice dress in that pattern. It's just pretty. So pretty. Oh, you're very welcome, Betsy. I'm glad you were here for the whole thing. And I hope that guided visualization was good for everyone who was able to be here for most of it. So this deck, when I first got it, I wasn't sure how well I'd connect with it, just because it is kind of, I don't want to say kitschy, but it's definitely its own thing. It's not like any other deck I've seen before. So here, let me get the cards up on the stream here. Oh, of course I got my dangle going on. Oh well. There, pull it tight. Hi, Ishi. Welcome, everybody. Kiana, do not be knocking beads everywhere, please. Oh, this cat just wants all the attention. Ugh. Sorry about that. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad you enjoyed the meditation. I actually have an offer that includes a meditation at the end. Tomorrow's 11/11, right? So I'm doing a 11/11 special for 11 people, where I do a reading to connect with your ancestors, and then I do a longer guided meditation to actually go to the Akashic Realm, to the Ancestral Tree, and meet with your ancestors. So if you're interested, that's the third link down. The other two links are if you're feeling generous. I am accepting tips today because everyone kept asking me to put on a tip jar, so I did. So, do we have any first takers for a reading? It doesn't look like any of my moderators are here, so I might need to make one of you guys a moderator. Actually, let's see here. Apoorva, I just made you a moderator. Oh, welcome, Sadhana. I just did a guided meditation to start. You can always watch back later. Since Sadhana is here, actually, I feel like it's a good idea to start with a general reading for the group. And since you missed it, Sadhana, I am using the True Heart Intuitive Tarot, created by Rachel True, illustrated by Stephanie Singleton. Yes, Luna, as soon as I do a group reading, I will give you a general reading. So, Let's see here. Oh, Eight of Swords, the Lovers. I'm trying to put this in a way where you guys can see it too. And Prince of Swords. Interesting. So our first card, I'm going to hold up here because I think this camera might be a little better, is the Eight of Swords. And this is an interesting take on the Eight of Swords, isn't it? It really emphasizes that the swords are our own thoughts, keeping us captive. So a lot of us are trapped, aren't we? But then we have the Lovers here. Oh, that's interesting. This deck is so interesting with its imagery. So here we have the Lovers. And you see two angels off in the distance and this interesting contraption. I'm not even sure what it's supposed to be, but there's birds sitting on it. And the thing I find very interesting is that both the man and the woman have snakes in their burning trees. So it's like, it's very intriguing. It's not like, apple tree on one side, burning bush on the other kind of thing. But with that Eight of Swords, the Lovers, I don't know, I feel like we feel trapped within our relationships with each other, I guess. And then here we have the Prince of Swords, which is almost like one of those winged figures in the background. So, Eight of Swords, the Lovers, Prince of Swords. Oh, sorry, this dangles in the way. Only love can set us free, right? Only love can give us wings. We are trapped because of the way the world works. But if the world worked from love instead of from fear, we would all be better off and we'd all have wings. So that is the general reading for everybody. And now I believe Luna. Yes. Luna wanted a general reading. Oh, cool. It was 11:11 where Luna is. Luna's in Canada, I believe, right? Ontario or something. Oh, Ontario. You wrote it right there. Trapped in our choices. Only the truth can set you free. Yes. I love your interpretations, Sadhana. They're very deep. I'm still getting to know this deck, so I figure what better way of doing it than doing readings with it. So Luna. Oh, Four of Cups. Two of Swords. Ten of Wands. Interesting here. Okay. So I'm going to hold them up to the big camera because, like I said, I think it's a little bit better. So the Four of Cups here definitely has a very Little Prince vibe. Not the traditional vision at all, is it? But it's still very compelling. And then this Two of Swords is gorgeous. Probably one of my favorite Two of Swords. Followed by Ten of Wands, which looks like we have a scarab beetle, maybe. So the message that I'm getting very loudly from these three in a row here, Luna, is you're feeling confined, you're feeling not upset, but kind of like over general life that you're stuck in right now, and you're feeling burdened by it. You just you have a decision to make, right? You feel burdened, you feel like, I don't know, I just keep getting this, you feel like the flower about to get covered, right? So, and I always look at the bottom of the deck for a shadow card. So here we get Three of Wands for your shadow card. So it's like, I feel like you're feeling so trapped that you want to escape somewhere else. You want to jump on a ship and travel, which, you know, we're all trapped right now. So I also keep getting this, like, you're the eye peering through at the same time as being the rose. So yeah, that it's just, don't let life feel like a burden, because, you know, this is what we got. You have the choice of enjoying where you are in the moment or pining for something that you don't have. And even though, yes, you do really want to travel, we're all trapped right now, right? Especially with shutdown starting again. So yeah, I just keep coming back to this card. It's like, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Like, there's so much to still be living for. There's so much still to be enjoying. Life is not a burden, right? You're not this figure trapped inside a beetle carrying 10 sticks. So, and the choice is yours. You can choose the happiness or the melancholy. So I hope that resonates with you. And if anyone else would love to throw in some, oh, welcome, Susie. So if anyone has any insights into those cards, I would love to hear them. We have several amazing readers here. Let's see. Oh, you were just laid off your job, Luna. Yeah, that can help definitely make you feel trapped in a way, right? And melancholy. Just my advice to you, Luna, would be, you know, embrace the moment. Use this time to enrich yourself, to basically give yourself more education, so when you get another job, you can demand higher pay, or, you know, get the job that's actually a soul job versus just paying the bills. So I think that's what that Three of Wands was all about, is looking to the future, looking to what commerce will bring you the happiness. So it was a hidden blessing for sure. So Betsy, what's a general? You're very welcome, Luna. Oh, wow. 10 people in the chat. Very cool. So one of the reasons I'm still using the head buds is because birds are loud in the morning. So instead of me having to fight over the sound of birds in the background, I just put this on because it helps with background noise. Oh, Betsy, you're still there, aren't you? Oh, Betsy, interesting. So this is a very intriguing Five of Cups, but that's the first card you got, Betsy, was Five of Cups. So, I mean, I know you've been kind of going through a little bit of a dark night of the soul situation. Look at that. It's not even a real face. It's just hands on hands on hands on hands with a single eye looking out, right? And all those teary eyes behind. So, I mean, you're wallowing in your own grief right now. But, I get it. You got fired from a job just like Luna did. And I think we're all grieving a little bit right now because the old world is gone. Interesting. The thing that jumped out here, we got the Emperor card. The thing that jumped out at me was there's another eye right there, right? So the Emperor is all about creating your reality, creating structure to your life. And here it's telling you it's time to create something new for yourself. His cape is a cityscape, right? So what path do you choose to get to that dream world of yours? And I think technically you're going through the dark night of the soul because here we have the death card, and it's not death per se. I mean, I know you've dealt with some death recently this last year, but it's a death of the old Betsy so the new Betsy can break free, right? It's okay to let your old life pass away because it's making a room for something new to blossom. So, I mean, I understand you're grieving your old life, and that's to be expected. So, but the thing to also remember is, so like I said, I always look at the bottom of the deck for the shadow card. And for you, it's like, it pretty much is you, Princess of Swords here, right? She's got the scroll of truth in her hand and the sword of truth in her hand, and she is walking her path, right? And look, she's even got the guides whispering in her ear. So you are on your true path. You just have to pick the next step, right? Now it's up to you. Yeah. So I hope that resonated with you. And yeah, she's feeling a shift towards new momentum today. Yes, I think so. Pick up that sword, and it's time. It's time, it's time, it's time. Oh, very cool, Betsy. So Betsy's heading to Mana'o Radio today to start a volunteer gig with all those fabulous peeps. Yes. You are full of hope now, aren't you? Exactly, Ishi. Yeah, so Ishi says, sending love, Luna and Betsy love. We can grieve for the change. The difficulty comes in maintaining a level of vulnerability, not hardening with the knocks and setbacks. Oh, good, Betsy. I'm glad you were here for the meditation. I was actually thinking of you when I did it. It felt appropriate for some reason. I was guided to do it for you, I believe. So does anyone else want a general reading or a specific reading? This deck, the more I use it, the more I love it. I wasn't sure I was going to like it at first, but sure, Susie. I would love to do a general reading for you. So Julie, a little Zen crone, had a what was the name of that spread they did? It was the Sit With Me group, and they posted it on the Facebook group page, and I used this deck for that spread, and boy, did it kick my butt. Oh, you're very welcome, Betsy. Yeah, this deck is so new that it's leaving little... No, sometimes you get those new decks. And you get those little like slivers of paper coming off every time you shuffle. Yeah, it was like littered all over my cloth here. Oh, it looks like little Miss Kitten wants to join us for this one, Susie. I see you, Kiana. Susie. Oh, Two of Swords pops up again. 8 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. Really, Kiana? She's pushing my son's school supplies off the table onto the floor. What a cat. So again, we have the 2 of Swords here, followed by, this is a gorgeous 8 of Cups, I must say. And the last card is 10 of Cups. Oh, the peacocks are up. So it feels to me like you're trapped between 2 choices here. And it feels like one choice will lead you away towards something, and the other choice leads you towards happiness, really. It's almost like you're still searching for your happiness, and you're not sure where to go to look for it. The Shadow card, oh, interesting. This is the 4 of Discs for the Shadow card. So what are you clutching onto that you don't need to be holding onto? What can you let go of to help free you a little bit, get some of the weight off your back? This just keeps drawing me in. It's like you wish to move on to something new. And I think in the long run, you should, because, like I said, the final card is the happiness card, right? The Ten of Cups. So you just have to make that choice to put, like, see, this figure is standing in a yoga position. I believe that's the tree position, isn't it, Sadhana? And it's like, okay, it's time to put your foot down and start walking the path. You're in a holding position with this card. It's like you feel like you can't move forward until there's something that you want to finalize before you can move forward. But I think moving forward is your path towards happiness. And look, it's almost like you have to go to a different planet to be happy. You've missed anger with your ex. Okay. Letting go of your ex. Yeah. This deck really is calling people out on their hurts, isn't it? But in a way that's healing, I think. Thank you, Susie. Yeah, stop holding on to those things that don't serve you anymore. That's the general gist of that reading for me, anyway. Aloha, Lavender Moon, aka Amber. You're working, huh? Well, thanks for popping in. Oh, okay, Susie, that makes sense for that Ten of Cups then. But we'll just let them know that, a new family might be better. So okay. Does anybody else want a reading? Like that. There we go. Yes, Luna, exactly. I have my phone going so I can keep up with the chat. And I see that Red Bean B wants to have a general. Ah, there it is, finally. Yeah, I have to use my phone because StreamYard is so slow that otherwise I'll miss comments and stuff. Okay, red bean B. General reading. What does red bean B need to know right now? Oh, Bean, you must have some energy that needs moving. Got a cat over here wanting to join the reading. Two of Wands. Prince of Swords again, interesting. And Temperance. So first one is Two of Wands here. So you got that fire of starting something new, but you're not quite sure what, so you're just kind of staring at the globe, hoping for insight to pop up. But Prince of Swords, which is, the Knight of Swords, tells me that once you do have that idea, you're going to move swiftly, right? It's going to be quick. You're going to just rush into it. But you're also being reminded with this Temperance card to make sure that you stay balanced, okay? You don't want to rush ahead too quickly. I mean, yes, you want to jump to it, right? Because, Knight of Swords is all about motion and movement and action. But at the same time, and it's interesting because the Knight of Swords is winged as the Temperance is winged, right? So I think this idea will give you wings, will help you feel like you're flying. But the Shadow card here is reminding you that you need to stay grounded to that balance of air and earth. And it is the Queen of Discs. So you're still looking for your mother, aren't you? So I think that's part of the grounding you need. But yeah, I think once you have an idea of the way forward here, like get that inspiration, because right now you're torn between two directions and two ideas. But once you have that spark, you're going to want to fly with it, which is fine. I think that's a good idea. It's just don't forget to keep yourself grounded. You don't want to fly off. Keep one foot on earth and one foot in the water, right? So okay, you had ideas for your YouTube channel. That's a good place to start, right? So focus on that, get that up and going, and it's definitely, I think you're getting all the go, go, go whistles, right? So I think it's a good idea for you to just take you know what you want to do. And, being on YouTube is being on the World Wide Web, right? So just fly with it. You can always land later and rebalance, as Temperance shows you. Right. Well, sit down with that. Write out like a list of ideas and then put them into columns. Ideas that you really love or ideas that you just kind of like, you think you should, but you're not sure kind of list, right? Oh, good. You started already. Good job. I really look forward to seeing what you have to put out there because, we all have a unique voice. We all do things in our own way, even if we're doing something that someone else is doing. Like my readings are way different than Sadhana's, and I've seen people come to both, right? So my readings are different than Betsy's readings, but I have her on because we just flow really well together. Amber and I have done readings together, and that's been amazing. So, I mean, don't forget you're not in this by yourself. You got this whole community there to support you. And it's my fault that Betsy's on here too. I encouraged her. Oh, we have another general reading request from Jyoti. It's funny how each week there seems to be a theme to the readings. There was a couple weeks where it seemed like all I was doing was relationship readings. Oh, thank you, Red Bean B. Can I just say how much I love that you guys are helping each other out as far as like interpreting readings and going deeper with each other. Thank you for that, Betsy and Ishi and Susie. 5 of Pentacles, right? What time, Betsy? Betsy needs a Wednesday or Thursday guest. The person she had scheduled canceled. What time were you thinking about going on, Betsy? Because I might be able to do it. Apollo has no school on Wednesday, so we have a jumper here. I love it. We're talking about loving the community, and look what pops out. 2 of Cups. That's amazing. I love that. Okay, general reading for Jyoti. So, Luna, there's some people that only read jumpers. I think it was Jyoti. It was the Taj Mahal in that picture. It was a very diverse deck, which is one of the reasons why I love it so much. Because, our world is very diverse. There's no, well, I guess there's a few places in the United States that are whitewashed, but otherwise, most places are very diverse. Oh, 6 of Discs. Death. 8 of Swords. Wow, okay. That's an interesting combo there. Okay, so we will look at the cards real quick and then I'll do the reading. So we have the 6 of Discs, as they're called here. And it's interesting here that she's like, it's almost like she's in a painting and giving flowers. It's like sunflowers. Well, thanks for coming, Sadhana. The next one is Death. That is a gorgeous death card, I must say. And again, we have 8 of Swords. This is, I don't know, it's a very interesting combination of cards here. So with that 6 of Discs being all about like giving to community, making sure that those less fortunate receive, but then it's followed by death. So it's almost like you're giving so much of yourself that you are transforming yourself, but not necessarily in a good way, because you end with the 8 of Cups there, like you're being trapped by your own thoughts. So the general gist I get from this reading is don't give so much of yourself away. Look, and I just realized the death has a flower very similar to the flowers being tossed out, right? So it's like, don't give so much of yourself that you have nothing left for you. Shadow card here is the 7 of Cups. So it's all about those choices. Like, what do you choose for yourself versus what do you choose for your community? And are those choices something that will be good for you and your community, or are those choices like seem like they'd be good, but in reality they're not good? Like this, like you're giving away so much that there's nothing left. And I feel like with the ending on the 8 of Swords here, it's almost like you feel like if you don't give, then you're a bad person. So you're caught in this catch-22 of like wanting to give and give and give, because you're being like, your own mind is forcing you to, because you're not a good person if you don't. That's not true. You can give, and you can also, keep some for yourself, whatever that energy is that you're giving and giving and giving. So yeah, don't give too much. It's fine to want to give to your community, but don't forget that if you give too much, there's nothing left. So I hope that's helpful, Jyoti. Oh, you're very welcome, Jyoti. You need to work on boundaries, yes. So, I think I am going to end with a general, because I want to leave myself enough time to talk about a special I'm running, because it ends tomorrow. I just want to give myself enough time for that little spiel to let you guys know what I'm doing. Oh, thank you, Betsy. Right, Ishi, there's so much to catch up with these days. It's just unreal how many content creators have been blossomed by this pandemic. Well, and the ones that I already was following suddenly are like pumping stuff out. Okay. General reading to take into our day. Eight of Wands, interesting. Followed by the High Priestess and the Five of Swords. Ooh. Okay, I will show you these because they're just... Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry, I just saw the shadow card. But here we have the Eight of Wands, moving at the speed of thought. So, oh God, Kiana, not again. I'm gonna have so many beads to pick up after this. Kiana, stop it, stinker. This is the High Priestess, follows the Eight of Wands. It's the center card. I love this High Priestess and how like the crescent moon is a scene behind her, but she's sitting on it at the same time. So this deck, the more I use it, the more I love it. This is a harsh Five of Swords. So the general meaning, general reading I'm getting from this is like, okay, move at the speed of thought, like let your thoughts flow, right? But at the same time, listen to that intuition that you get here with the High Priestess, and don't let your thoughts, it's like your inspiration, right? Speed of thought, but that's all about inspiration. Let your fire burn, let your intuition guide you, but don't let your thoughts be the thing that stop you. Don't let your thoughts like interfere with what's going on here, because your intuition and creativity are really working today, but you have to watch out for your thoughts taking over, because as the shadow card says, look, very similar, 5 and 5, right? 5 of swords, 5 of coins. So we don't want you falling in the hole, so to speak, of depression, and that's what this would be doing, right? So don't let your thoughts carry you away. Stay seated on your throne, like the High Priestess is here, and let your inspiration guide you. Oh my God, Kat, are you kidding me? I guess the reading's over then. So the thing that I wanted to offer, I think I mentioned it in the beginning, is I am going to be doing a special 11/11 special tomorrow. And I have created my own ancestor spread to get in touch with the ancestors and heal some ancestral wounds so that you can, live the life that you're meant to be living. Also, if you heal your ancestral wounds, you're setting things up for future generations to not have to deal with that stuff. And getting in touch with your ancestors is not a bad thing. So I'm also going to be doing a extended guided visualization where I guide you up to the Akashic Realm, to the Ancestral Tree, and guide you through meeting your ancestors and seeing how that will help affect you in your life if you have this team behind you letting you do what you wish to do, right? So instead of thinking it's just you have your ancestors to guide you. You have your ancestors to help offer you skills, because whatever you want to do in life, you have an ancestor that's done it. So how amazing would that be to have an ancestor whispering in your ear the proper things to do for the things that you're attempting, right? Like the skills you need, the knowledge you need. So apparently I'm making people want this deck. Yeah, Ishi, I had probably, I don't know, somewhere between 20 and 30 decks when the pandemic started. I am now over 100 at this point, partially because of TarotTube and everyone's unboxing videos and the readings people have been doing. Like I watched Sadhana, and oh, I'm so jealous. She has bone stone and earth flesh. I really wish I had just bitten the bullet and ordered that. But I think I have just enough time for one more reading if anyone wants one. Oh, geez. Hey, Betsy, can you tell the spirits to leave Kiana alone? Right, Luna? I like when I first I have an unboxing of this deck if anyone wants to see the cards a little closer. But yeah, the first time I went through, I was like, well, okay, I guess. I'm not sure. And then I started using it, doing readings with it, and it's just like bam. Okay, this deck has got voice, right? What do I have there? Nine of discs. I mean, it's just such a gorgeous deck. Okay, Ishi, I'm being told I need to give you a general. It's like, yeah, the guides are like, Ishi, 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 Ishi. I'm like, okay, okay. Oh, Jilly's amazing. This deck is just, you're right, it's simple but emotive. It's simple but deep. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we start here with the two of discs. Oh, I forgot to turn the card thing off. That's okay. So I have the two of discs, followed by the Five of Cups, and ending with the Prince of Cups. So lots of cups for you, Ishi. You've been dealing with a lot of emotions, obviously, but at the same time, you're trying to stay balanced. You're trying to not let those emotions knock you off the high wire, so to speak. You have been dealing with a lot of grief and heartbreak, but I keep coming back to this Prince of Cups. Is there a guy in your life that's, look at those tentacles, like clinging to you? Yeah, this is not you. This is someone that, I just get this feeling that they're clinging on with all those tentacles, like they're overly emotional, clinging to you. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the shadow card here is the Nine of Wands. So it's almost like you got your back up against the wall. I mean, you're victorious, but in a way where you're still feeling like beat down, even though you didn't lose per se. But all those wands, it's like you're like walling yourself off from others. A lot of shadow work to do. So, welcome, Sage Advice Tarot. No one's ever late. As Gandalf says, you're neither late nor early. You arrive just on time. So, nearly always cups for Ishi. Okay, yeah, it's there's definitely some shadow work going on with that. It's feels almost like there's someone that drinks from your cup a little too often, and if you fight against it, they leave you weeping. So you just have to find your balance, right? Oh, wow. Okay, must be major energy because the cat is whacking the cards with her tail. I gotta show you. She is beating that two of discs. She knocked the deck over. Now she's beating the two of discs with her tail. So, yeah, you need to find that inner balance, okay? There's some major unbalance happening in your life right now. And it has to do with the emotions. It has to do with, I keep coming back to this. Someone is like a leech pulling your energy out. Yep. Find your balance again. Nothing else is going to matter until you find your balance. Oh, okay. So lots of grief. No guy clinging, although the daughter's absent father resurfaced after 18 years. Oh, is she? Yeah. No wonder you feel like your back is up against a wall. So I'm getting that he's not necessarily there for anyone but himself. So find that balance, right? It's you and your daughter finding balance with each other. So I am just past that 1 hour mark. Thank you everyone for being here. This has been awesome. I hope the readings were helpful for everyone who got one. And Ishi, if you have any questions, concerns, want to talk, you can always find me on Facebook, Jonathan's Tarot group, our page, and Jonathan James Daily on Facebook. You're welcome to send me a friend request. Oh, so you think the two is you and your sister? Yeah, well, that makes sense because the two of coins represents the two sides, right? The material, the spiritual, the conscious, subconscious. So yeah, with the cat being very much adamant about that two of coins, I think that finding your inner balance is the most important thing right now, no matter what else is going on. If you're unbalanced, nothing falls into place. But if you're balanced, nothing can push you over. And is there someone that you in your community that you can reach out to for support? Because I feel like you're feeling very alone in this. So oh, you're very welcome, Nishi. Oh. One last card just for the collective to take into the day. And I'm just doing a 1-card draw here. What did I just say? You can't do it by yourself. Last card, 3 of discs. You need to find an important group to work with. 2 others at least. Just a support system. Nothing was built alone. Everything we see around us was built with a team of people, right? So where is your team of people? Who is your people? This is what we need to carry into the day, is how can we collaborate with others to create something greater than So it's like 1 + 1 = 10. Like, how can we find that in our world right now? So, and with that, I will end, and I will just say thank you again so much, everyone, for being here. It's always a blast and amazing how fast an hour goes by when I'm doing these. So until next time,